Thanks for your company. We're coming to you live from digital address GA0992539. We are also live on DSTV channel 421 and GoTV channel 144. Also around the world at myjoyonline.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, over 100 suspected criminals have been arrested at Gomwa, Buduburam in a joint police and military swoop conducted this morning. 400 military men and 200 police officers stormed the area to effect the arrest. As police sources say, the area, which was a refugee camp for displaced Librarians, has now become a haven for criminals. 2 police officers were killed there 2 weeks ago, and the suspects have been moved to Accra for further screening. Some residents of Gomwa Buduburam have commended the security personnel for the exercise.
I think it's the best thing to do because assessing the community will give a better idea, to people of how we live here. The first thing is that, I speak on behalf of my people. Librarians are very calm, and we all appreciate the coming of the security forces. As I always say, Ghana have one of the best security forces, the operation is very important. So the police know what they are doing, the army know what they are doing, the government know what it is doing, and so it is important that we have this to assess the community to give a better perspective, concerning our people here.
As for the exercise, I'm very much happy because it don't involve brutalities. Those who were complimented by the police in the morning were treated fairly. They were put on board the car, politely they were in the car, and so there was no resistance. And so I think the police are doing a good job, and even those that they arrested, they also helping the police to carry out the investigation properly.
Let's head to the community now. Maxwell Agbagba is there for us. Maxwell, can you describe to us what the community looks like at this moment?
Well, Dennis, this place is actually a beehive of activity. Normal day when you come here, you see a lot of people who are doing about it. For some time now, that has not been the case.
Here going about their normal duties. For some time now, that has not been the case because in the morning like this, you find people going to their various workplaces. But today, when you come here, scores of people are gathered here. A lot of them quite concerned about the dawn swoop that happened in this community. We were told that the swoop started sometime around 12 a.m. And when we came here, we saw the police vehicles, we saw the military also. A number of them, more than 100, police officers and military men came to this community to conduct, the swoop here. Buduburam is the place where 2 police officers were killed. Where I'm standing is just some meters away from where the incident happened. I have some residents here who are quite concerned about the swoop and the manner in which the operation was conducted. Chief, what's your name?
I'm Bonzeze.
Come again?
Bonzeze is my name.
Bonzeze. Okay, how long have you been? You're a Liberian?
Yes, I've been here for a very long time.
Okay, for how many years?
I've been 29 years now. We're the architect of this whole building, the whole camp.
The whole camp?
Yeah.
At what time did the swoop start?
It's in the morning. They came around like 4 in the morning, dawn time. That's the time they came around in the camp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, but we have information that they were here sometime around 12 a.m. this morning, but you saw them around 4 a.m.
I was in the house. I was sleeping in the house, lying down in my house, and I see the people moving here and there. Because I'm a safe person, so I don't have time for such things. I don't smoke, I don't drink, so I'm okay. So I saw them moving here and there. They didn't come to my house.
Okay.
Yeah.
They came to your house?
No.
They didn't come to your house?
No.
But how many of the people have been arrested from this place? How many of them have been taken to Accra?
Really, I don't know the number, but they took a lot of people. They started from a place called Area Code in Kasua. There's a club there. They arrested some people. I don't know how many librarians they took from there. So they are uncountable people. You understand me? So I don't know how many people they took from there, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for some time now, some residents here and even the member of parliament for this area, East, Kojo Asemenyi, has had concern about the criminals. I'm sure that has come to your attention as a resident.
Yes, it's true. As a refugees, at least, so Librarians will have a very good name because we know ourselves. We have our area. Enjoyment is our place. But we come to being a criminal, unwrapping, police and all this stuff. Like what happened the other time, we were somehow not on that. Okay, we were somehow not on that. So what happened is that we are happy for what the police did. We are not against the police, but the only thing is that the police know who they want to arrest here in this vicinity. They need to ask the rightful person who knows this place. Like people like we've been here for a long time, for 29 years, who know about the country. I'm safe, I'm okay. There is nothing, I'm not worrying myself or anything. They need to come after every 2 weeks. Honest to you. So they will come, a librarian part of them, then they carry them. We don't have time for that, so we are okay with that. So they can come back again and do a search again. What they want to see, let them come again. Yes.
So you are happy that has happened? Why are you happy? Is it because of the criminal activities here?
The reason I'm happy, the 2 policemen they killed, tell me, it hurt me in my soul up to now. Challenge around that Librarians is the kind of person doing this kind of things in this vicinity. We've been here for a long time. We don't steal anything. Not many. You understand me? There are a few Liberians, the rest are foreigners and other nationalities. I don't know.
The refugees here to report.
Let's speak to this gentleman here. So what's your name? My name is Anthony Lee. Anthony Lee. How long have you been in Ghana? You've been here since 2000. What's your concern about the 2000?
What happened today is a very it brought the idea of what we suffer from in Liberia back to us. Like for example, for me, I was in my house, so the police coming midnight, busting up my door to take me up and put me on the street. When I got back to my house, all what I had was taking away my document. My document got taken away. My money got lost because the document.
Okay. We cannot independently verify these claims that you are making. But Anthony Lee, we want to find out from you, how was the swoop conducted? And we see your people gathered here. A lot of them have concerns. Some of them are telling us that they feel that this camp has been taken over by Ghanaians here, and it's no longer the Nigerians who live here. It's no longer the Liberians.
Yeah, this place.
Few Liberians.
We Liberians are here. We are minority, and we don't have control over what is going on this camp. And the security come and don't discriminate who is who. They come and we all suffer from it. Those who are saying that what went on was cordial, they never suffer from it. But for me, I was sitting down in this under the rain this morning. I suffer from it. when they came and bust up my door, my thing was taken away.
So at what time did they knock on your door?
They knocked my door around 3 something. The first group came and knocked my door, and because I was afraid, I couldn't open my door. They bust my door open, the entire door open. They entered my house. They took me outside. Okay. My door left open. All my things then remained there. They took me on the feet. Okay. And all what I have got missing.
Okay. Okay, we cannot independently, once again, verify the claims that you're making that after, your things got missing after the police officers and militiamen got us a room. But the situation here, residents are, seated, and scores of them gathered discussing the swoop that has happened here in this community. Many of them also have concerns. Let's hear your concern. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Freeman.
Freeman. Freeman what?
Freeman Cisse.
Freeman Cisse. Freeman, how long have you been in Ghana?
Oh, I've been here for almost 20 years now.
Okay. Tell me, there are concerns that this place has become a place for criminals. You live here. Yes. What have you observed?
Yeah, what is the rumors that circulating is true. That's the fact. But equally so, most of the Librarians here, we are not involved into the kind of criminal activity. Going to kill police officer, going to arm rob. It's very difficult to find Librarians in this kind of major criminal activity.
So who are those involved in this?
There are those that came here just recently. Because after demolishing Fatama, Nema, some areas that this guy came on the camp here, this causing problem for us here. For everything, most of them, they are not living on the camp. They live outside the camp, they come to transfer the businesses on the camp. Every time they misbehave, it will reflect on we the Librarian. Because as far as Ghanaian concerned, their camp is Librarian camp. For every crime that reported from this camp, the people will feel that they are Librarians are committing a crime. Okay. Which of course we are very distant from this kind of crime.
So are you saying that your people are not involved in all the things that happen here, all the bad things that happen here?
No, you see, bad things happen here. Maybe somebody sell marijuana, somebody go to bust somebody's shop to take television. These are minor crimes that happen here. It's among everybody. Nobody is excluded from that. But we talk about major crime, going to arm rob, kill somebody on the scene, go and kill police officer, go and kill chief. These are now our era. Yeah.
But the concern is that some of your people are actually harboring these criminals. They've given them rooms to sleep.
Yeah, the room issue on this camp. Let me tell you, my brother, was on the camp, all the hotels on the camp, 90% were built by us. You understand? After living here for almost 10, 15 years, doing the repatriation, they gave somebody $5 for repatriation with 50 kilos. You are restricted to 50 kilos. After living here for 15 years, how can you go with $5 US with 50 kilos? Why are you going to carry it? So some people were obliged to sell the horses to add the money or to buy one or two things for themselves to go and start left on the other side. So that's why you see we sold the horses to some of the Ghanaians that have accommodated some of them in. But we never knew the attitude. So after all, they even started attacking ourselves on the camp.
There are concerns. Some suggest the whole refugee camp should actually be demolished. In fact, that's a suggestion from the Buduburam chief himself, suggesting that this whole camp should be demolished. What do you make of that?
No, then it will be a hasty decision. You see, it's not everybody involved into this. Some people here, their livelihood is just right on the camp. Okay. So the moment you demolish the camp, they will have nowhere to start. So what I would suggest, what is started this morning, I think that's the best suggestion. Okay. That's a good start. So pick the bad ones among us and leave the good one. Okay. But demolishing the entire camp, but what I would suggest to even demolish, I think is that gap.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you very much for speaking to us. Let's speak to another man who is here. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay, what's your name, sir?
I'm Reverend Father Eddie Divine Hennings, Chairman of the Librarian Community in Ghana.
You are the president of the Librarian?
Yeah.
Okay, Librarian, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I'm the chairman of the Librarian Community in Ghana.
Okay, so we're speaking to the right person now.
Yes, indeed.
Tell me, were you informed about the swoop that was conducted here?
Well, yes, it is administrative, and it's also a security matter. Okay. But yes, indeed, we appreciate it.
Okay.
Yes, because it will give a better insight of what is happening here, the various perception of people about the camp. But I speak for my people that Librarians are law-abiding and calm, and so we appreciate what's going on. You see?
Well, I think I've spoken to a lot of people here, and the impression that I'm getting is that you are all in support of the swoop that happened here. And a lot of your people are saying that they are not the ones engaged in the crime here.
Yes.
So who are the ones committing the crimes in this? in this camp?
We cannot identify except the police identify, but we can assure you that Liberians are not engaged into major crimes that were panicking and destructive and evil. It might be some some minor domestic problems or whatsoever, but crime, armed robbery, killing, and all of those things is far from us. Look, we came to seek refuge here, and I think Ghanaians are very good to us. Secondly, we are interrelated, and so we will always like to maintain our respect and love, for this nation, and to be law-abiding. And our relationship is far beyond what people look at. So we won't want to be people who will create any problem wherever we are, no.
Well, of course, some Liberians also have been taken away in the swoop. I'm sure I heard that some screening will be done before, if they'll be released, they will be released. But do you have an idea the number of Liberians who were taken away? I spoke to a woman who was telling me that her son was going to buy Indomie, and then the team actually saw him and they arrested him too. Do you have an idea the number of Liberians who've been taken away?
We actually have not got the numbers of Liberians left. They have taken away. But we are working along with the manager's office. So to have something done. We want to have the statistics. We want to see what will be next. And so we are following up along with the manager's office. Yes.
The information that we have from the manager's office is that a little over 34,000 people are here.
Yes, indeed.
And we hear a lot of them. Can you give us a breakdown? Do you have an idea what the breakdown is?
Well, I think he would better give it to you, but I don't have the statistics on hand right now. Yes, but there are various cross sections of West Africans, and other nationals here. Some of those are people who are legally here, that government know about. And for those who are illegally here, and all of that's the problem we're trying to solve. Yes.
Let me ask you too. There are some who have suggested that this whole camp should be demolished because of the criminal activities, that go on here. Of course, you're saying that Liberians are not the one committing those crimes. What are your views on that suggestion that this camp should be demolished?
To demolish a township is to make a disaster. But to carry on security operative, to fetch out the criminals. Because will they demolish every town? Or because it's a Liberian camp? You cannot demolish every town that you see, carry on whether there's crime, whatsoever crime, or major crime, or minor crime, whatsoever. It is the perception of the people. You see, but to impose, demolition on a group of people who come to seek refuge is the best process. So if they leave from here and go to, let's say, Fete, and they are established there, there's a town that is in Fete, would they say, okay, let's close all the Fete town, or continuously we'll be closing our town, that will create much more disaster. What we need is better settlement. So those who you find to be criminals, as we are saying, fetch them out. Leave the law-abiding citizens in peace. Look, one of the things is that people come and impose their livelihood on us because we are vulnerable. It is not our will that people just come among us and live. But if they impose it, who's supposed to fetch them out? I think that's what the Revenue Authority is doing now, to fetch them out of the community. But to say that, you're closing the camp because you can't close every camp, every home. This is a settlement. And you will not just be closing every other area within the district or within the nation. So it's not the best process.
Reverend Father Dehenens, I would let you go, but you are the president of the Liberian community here.
Yes.
Give us a sense of the kind of activities that go, on here. We've heard about a lot of nefarious activities. We've heard about prostitution. We've heard about the selling of illegal, drugs, cocaine, and all of that. Give us a sense of the kind of illegal activities that go on here.
When people are caught 1 or 2 times selling drugs, the manner in which it is carried, gave people the wrong perception of a place. What we are saying is that we want the authorities to always come and fetch the people out, because Liberians didn't come here to deal in drugs. Liberians did not come here, to be, as I said, to be engaging in the criminal activities. But we are law-abiding people. And so if people come among us to live and they are acting otherwise, it's a right of the authority to come and fetch them out. You see, and we cooperate with the authority about that. It happens in every community. Yeah, and we appreciate it a whole lot. Because you see, maybe because we are strangers, so the manner in which the news is scary about Liberians is bad. We would not do that to the Ghanaian community. Over 1 million in Liberia. Our population is just 3 million or 4 million. We have over 1 million Ghanaians in Liberia, and they live their better lives. They live in communities, they have their chiefs, they have their elders, you know? And we live together as one people. The mindset of Liberian is that we are related to Ghanaian. I'm not lying to you. And so Ghanaians are free to live in our community. You know, and so if we come into their community, they should embrace us, but not to have wrong perception about crime in the community, you know, and use it against us. And it makes us vulnerable. You see, it makes us vulnerable, and it makes us to be afraid because we are strangers. You see, we come home and we can't feel, you know, that we are home. You see, so it's not good. So it should be done.
He's the president of the Liberian refugee community here. Okay, so the applause you can hear right now is coming from a pub here, and the residents are gathered. A lot of them did not go to work today because of the soup. A lot of them gathered here are watching what we're doing here live on JoyNews. So right after the president of the Liberian community here finished speaking, they are excited because his views are basically theirs. He really echoed their views because the concern that we're getting from a lot of the people here is that Liberians are not criminals. That's what they are telling us, that the people who are committing all activities, all the illegal things here are not Liberians. They are outsiders. So they are quite excited that the swoop happened, and indeed we saw number of soldiers. When we're coming here, we saw a lot of buses. Many of them had military men in there. We saw police officers. Some of the people that we've been speaking to here tell us that about 200 police officers and soldiers came to this community, and they've been here since 12 o'clock a.m. We are told that what happened was that around dawn they started moving into houses, and what they would do is to knock on the door when you come out. If they think if you look suspicious, then they will take you away. Sometimes also they conduct search, you know, in some of the rooms. But let's get to the pub where they are watching this. Let's speak to some of the residents here, the Liberians who live here in this community. Let's find out from them what they make of the swoop that you know happened here. Hopefully they would be willing to speak to us. Let's get closer. Okay, so well, many of them will not want to speak at this point, but let's find out from this gentleman. What's your name?
Amos.
Yeah. How long have you been in Ghana?
I've been in Ghana for the past few while now. Let's say it's been like for some years.
Okay. What do you think about the swoop that happened this dawn? A lot of your people are happy.
You see that?
What do you think about the swoop that happened here? I've been speaking to a lot of your people. They are happy about what happened here.
You see, if they are happy about what?
He can't hear me too well. So, okay, basically, Benes, so this is what is happening here. A lot of the community people did not go to work. As you can see under this tree also, they are seated here discussing the swoop. If you speak to them, they are happy and excited about the exercise conducted by the military and the police. This swoop follows the killing of 2 police officers. In fact, it's just 3 minutes walk from here to where the incident happened. The crime scene is just about 3 minutes walk.
All right, Maxwell.
Sergeants Jamesi and Lance Corporal Mohammed Awal were killed. It's just 3 minutes walk away from this place.
Maxwell, if you can hear me, give us a sense of the nationalities of the persons who were picked up by the police earlier today. Is it just Liberians? Is that what we are picking?
But when the settlement manager's office, he mentioned to me that the number that they have is that only 4 Liberians were taken away. And those 4 Liberians who were taken away, their relatives have been here, and they have been submitting their documents to prove that they are, you know, bona fide, you know, refugees who have been given, you know, who have been given approval to stay here in this Liberian camp. What I'm hearing, however, is that many of the people who were taken away are Ghanaians. And as you rightly heard from the the Liberian community. He said there are people of different nationalities here. In fact, when I went through the list, there are people who are from Sierra Leone who are here. There are people from Nigeria who are also here. But what we are learning is that many of them who were taken away are actually Ghanaians. Only 4 Liberians, according to official, records here, only 4 Liberians, were taken away. We are told that they've been taken to the police headquarters where they will be screened for those who suspicious, items or illegal items were found in their rooms. Also, investigations will continue. About this, I've been talking about this.
Maxwell, we'll leave it here for now and allow you to still do your checks and get more information on what happened earlier today at Gomwa Buduburam. Maxwell Agbagba, they're joining us live from the community. And if you just joined the program, the news is that police picked up about 100 persons suspected to be criminals. So we're just learning that just about 4 of that number are Liberians. We'll be following this keenly and also get a reaction from the police headquarters on what exactly will follow after the swoop.